San Antonio Spurs fans, next week's draft, we not be hearing one, but two names selected by our San Antonio Spurs in the first round.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We've been hearing a lot of talk about the Spurs. Maybe we've talked a lot about the possibilities the Spurs could get another pick in the first round, and I saw this article from Sports Illustrated and want to share it with you and give my 2 cents, but more importantly, wanted to get your 2 cents. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think the Spurs next week in the draft, which I'm sure we're all very excited about, will have 2 first-round picks? Will they have 2 lottery picks? Will they have 2 top 5 picks? Will they have the first and second overall pick in the coming draft, which would be nuts? Let me know down below. Hit that thumbs up, like to the channel, and subscribe for more Spurs content. By the way, Victor Wembanyama passed his physical, or at least it was announced finally that he passed his physical. All signs looking good that the Spurs will be taking him #1 overall. But let's get into the meat of this article. The Spurs are reported working the phones, trying to trade back in the first round. Quote, the Spurs are one of the most active teams in trade talks heading into the draft. According to league sources, the Spurs are telling teams their preference is to trade for another first-round pick. If that's unsuccessful, San Antonio has let it be known that they want to trade away at least one of their second-round picks, unquote. Now, just one of those second-round picks isn't going to be enough. As you can see, we have picks number 33 and 34 going to the draft next week. And yeah, sure, those will be put out there to try to get another pick in the first round, but it's going to take a little more gravitage to the trade deal for us to get, that was kind of weird, to get more. And one thing that we have going for us now is we have the multiple first-round picks we got from the DeJounte Murray trade. 2 first-round picks and a pick swap. Those are all unprotected. And right now, with all the news starting to go around the webs that maybe the Atlanta Hawks could be looking to moving away from DeJounte Murray. There's a Trae Young situation. Atlanta Hawks could be blowing things up in the next few years, which makes the value of those picks even more valuable. They're becoming really good possible trade assets for the San Antonio Spurs. This is a really deep NBA draft, and there's a lot of talent in the top 10. Some point guards, that could be our point guards of the future. Could the Spurs pull something off? And maybe we'll have to trade a little extra. But to get a player like a Scoot Henderson, maybe an Amen Thompson, whoever they're high on, this is such an exciting time. I have no idea what's going to happen next week, but one thing that the Spurs have shown us, that Brian Wright has shown us, is they're not afraid to make moves. And they've really done kind of a bit of a masterclass, in my opinion, of what the trades they've done the last 2 years. The Hawks now looking like things might not work out there. You look at the Raptors and the Bulls, they could be taking a step back sooner than later. We have some picks from those teams. So, a team that's been criticized for not making moves, the Spurs have done a pretty good job with trades lately. And while I was skeptical about trading away Derek, DeJounte, Jakob, so forth and so on, it's all worked. It seems to have been part of a master plan where all these little moves they made left and right set us up to be able to evaluate players but not win enough games to get into the lottery. And then we got lucky, if you will, got the #1 overall pick, and everything just slowly coming together for our San Antonio Spurs. Teams will be interested in trading down or out of the first round, and the Spurs could be an option for those situations if the deal makes sense for San Antonio, and of course if the deal makes sense for the other team. I truly believe, personally, Spurs fans, we are going to be drafting twice in the first round. I don't think we're getting first 1 and 2. I just can't see that happening. If that happens, holy moly, to get the 2 best players in the draft and to have 2 franchise players, my only concern would be there is that if you get 2 players like that, with the way their cap is going to, where their salary is going to go, we wouldn't be able to hold on to everybody over the next, 5-10 years. It would be a quick wow, and then a quick then now they're all leaving because we don't have the money. That being said, 2 top 5 picks, I don't think so, but I do think there's a very good chance we could have 2 lottery picks. The first overall pick, of course, which you all know about. And I think there's a chance we could draft between 10 and 14. The Magic like a good trade partner. There's other teams at the back end of the draft that might be looking to trade out. I do think that could happen. And I think it likely will happen. And we'll find out next week. I will be live, of course, for the NBA draft. I plan on covering the whole first round. And then I'll probably stop at pick 33 for the Spurs. I won't stick around for pick 44, just to be transparent. At that point, I've already probably been streaming for about 3 hours, so I think I just want to cut it there. But that is not the end of live streams for the San Antonio Spurs. They have 2 Summer League games coming up in July. I believe it's July 5th and 7th. Both games are 8 p.m. Eastern, I believe my time, 7 p.m. Central. And I plan on covering those games. I know some folks don't care about Summer League. I know Wemby's not playing. But I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, and I haven't watched a game for a while, and I haven't called a game for even longer. And you guys know I'm a play-by-play guy. I love calling play-by-play. I love hanging out with our Spurs, and that's what always brings me back to this channel, whether I'm gone for a month, a couple months, or whatever it is. Hanging out watching the Spurs is my favorite thing to do on this channel, and I can't wait to see the young talent play in the Summer League. I can't wait till we get to the preseason. But more importantly, I can't wait until next week's draft. So I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day. Earphone users beware. Go Spurs, go!